Hey, this is Alan Fenstermaker here with the Pro Wrestling Archives, and I'd like to talk to you about last night's WrestleMania press conference, and it's getting a lot of talk and all too, and like how the whole thing between Cody Rhodes, The Rock, Roman Reigns, and now Seth Rollins in it too, so things are shaping up in an interesting way that I never would have even predicted, which is great because I know honestly in a lot of ways wrestling has become way too predictable lately. But, it should be interesting to see what happens. But what I think is going to happen is we're going to get at Elimination Chamber, we're going to get a tag match between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes teaming up to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. So, originally I thought it was going to end up being where The Rock will have a match with Roman Reigns, and then from there The Rock will dethrone Roman as the tribal chief and prove that he is ultimately the head of the table. But apparently what they're going to do is they're going to play it out this way, having The Rock join the bloodline. And The Rock is a really good heel because I know he had the whole Hollywood gimmick when he came back versus as a heel, and he had some pretty good matches. The Rock is good as a face or a heel, which makes him an amazing talent. And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen, how it's going to pan out. And I do kind of think, too, it would be kind of cool to see The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, so you never know. Something could happen leading up to that. For all I know, is, at Elimination Chamber, they could throw a curveball where The Rock will screw Roman and then set up that match, The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Either that or the other option is set that match up for SummerSlam, because the way I look at it is everybody was planning on that match, The Rock versus Roman Reigns, for how long? And this is a swerve or a crowbar or a swerve in this where it's not as predictable, because nobody was predicting that The Rock and Roman Reigns would team up. But I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. The match it could happen at SummerSlam, but if it is going to happen, it's got to happen at a big event like at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, or instead of just a regular ordinary pay-per-view. Also, another thing I was thinking, which would be kind of cool to happen, even though I don't know how likely it is, but because how The Rock and Stone Cold, they had a storied rivalry, and they've even been on the same side before, and I kind of have a feeling that because the whole thing between Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Rikishi, being Rikishi was the one that ran him down, that Austin had his own feud with the Bloodline, in a sense, with Rikishi. And I think it's kind of interesting because Triple H is there, and he's in the middle of it, is running things with WWE, and now The Rock in his leadership role with WWE as well. So I could see that kind of taking shape right there between how they're all there, and then bringing Stone Cold into the mix, because he did have a match at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens, and I kind of feel like Austin could have one more match too. It would be interesting if Cody Rhodes somehow he brought Jey Uso into Monday Night Raw. If Cody Rhodes ended up bringing back Austin to have him square up against The Rock to kind of even things out. Either that or to have since it is in Philadelphia where The Rock had an epic match with Austin at WrestleMania 15, to kind of recreate that and have The Rock versus Stone Cold headlining another WrestleMania. I know it would seem kind of redundant, but it would show how in the wrestling business how longevity can be a factor, and with two icons like The Rock and Stone Cold getting one more WrestleMania in Philadelphia. So whereas everybody was originally thinking it would be The Rock versus Roman Reigns, it would be The Rock versus Austin, and then either that or have at Elimination Chamber have in that match with the tag match Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes teaming up to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. Then, of course, the Bloodline's going to get involved. Solo Sikoa is going to get involved. Jimmy Uso is going to get involved. But the way I kind of see would happen if that happened is Jey Uso, since he had a little confrontation with Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, at Elimination Chamber, I could see it happening where Jey Uso dethrones Gunther and takes the Intercontinental title. And then in the Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins match, what I could see happening is Jimmy Uso will come out, he'll interfere in the match. Jey Uso will come out, he'll start battling off into the crowd with his brother, and then Solo Sikoa will come out like he always does, hit the Samoan spike, and then you'll see it looks like The Rock and Roman Reigns will have an easy victory. And then all of a sudden you hear the glass crashing. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes running out to the ring. He takes out Roman, takes out The Rock, and then Cody Rhodes ends up getting the pinfall on Roman Reigns. And then what leads to that happening from there is Roman gets all pissed off about how Cody got a cheap victory on him, even though Austin came out to help him. Even though Roman had outside interference and Austin just evened the score out, but then Roman will want a match to show that he could beat Cody. So what'll happen is that'll set up Roman Reigns versus Cody for WrestleMania, and then that'll also set up The Rock versus Austin for WrestleMania. So I could see one being night 1, the other being night 2. And then what'll happen is I could see Cody finishing his story, winning the belt, and then Roman going on a long hiatus. And then if anything, we'll get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, but probably when Roman Reigns ends up eventually returning, because The Rock is with his new role in The Office in WWE. He's probably going to be around for a while too, and after having this match, The Rock's probably going to want to take some time away from the ring, because the ring takes a toll on your body. So in that time, it'll build that up, and then out of nowhere, they're going to pull that off, The Rock versus Roman Reigns, probably at SummerSlam or maybe even next year. But as predicted, The Rock did come back, and the swerve happened, and I kind of think it's kind of cool, how in the beginning it seemed like The Rock and Cody Rhodes were together, but now as of last night, The Rock, Cody Rhodes and all that, they kind of had that little swerve happen too, and which is interesting because Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had their first match against each other at WrestleMania before, and now they're on the same side. And then how Seth Rollins was on the same side as Roman Reigns in the Shield, and now they're against each other. And then how Cody Rhodes brought up how the fact that Jay's not with the Bloodline, and how the Bloodline's supposed to be a tight family. And he mentioned about how Roman's family and The Rock's family would be ashamed of them and all. He said that, and that's ultimately that gets things heated up, and how backstage after that happened, how The Rock kind of had words with Triple H, which that's interesting too, because The Rock and Triple H had a storied rivalry, and I know Triple H, because of his health condition and all, he's done in the ring, but it would be interesting to see that if that actually led to being one more match between The Rock and Triple H. Especially at WrestleMania in Philly, I have a feeling it's going to be stacked, and how cool would that be? If at WrestleMania we got one more Rock versus Triple H match, and especially since they're both in a leadership role in WWE, how get the two of them go at it one last time, and to see who's the better of the two of them. And anyways, that's all I got. I'm just rambling around right now, but there's a lot of good things going on in wrestling, and I would love to see what you guys all think. Please feel free to comment below. And if you want to chat, or if you want to come on and join me on the show sometime and we can have a discussion about wrestling, feel free to hit me up. We can do a FaceTime discussion to pop up here. So anyways, like to hear what you guys think. Feel free to comment below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. And until next time, keep your wrestling in a headlock. Peace out.